Good morning, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of the Red Devils Corner Kick podcast, a fan podcast dedicated to Manchester United Football Club. I hope everyone is having a good start to their week. I hope everyone enjoyed their weekend. I know it's been a couple days since we last spoke, so I hope everyone has been enjoying their time. Obviously, a few things have been happening since the draw against Fiorentina. But before we get into the team, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, leave a comment, whether it's on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube. And don't forget to follow on Instagram, TikTok at Red Devils Corner Kick Pod, or on X at RD Corner Kick Pod. Yes, it is Tuesday morning. Where I am, it's Tuesday morning. Depending on where you are, it might be late Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening, or it's your Tuesday morning. It's just starting out. But again, I hope you are having a good start to your day. Or if your day has already been going on, I hope you've been having that good day. Yeah, a few things have been going on with the club. Obviously, Garnacho the last 24, 48 hours. Baliba has been the talk since last week. Rasmus has now been increasingly more the last 24 to 48 hours. Obviously, the signings have all been there. The big news on Sesko, Onana and Xerxes are back in training, as you saw the photos yesterday. Hopefully we have Sesko and Onana set for this weekend, because again, we're back. It's week one of the Premier League, ladies and gentlemen. The Community Shield just went on Sunday with Crystal Palace winning that. And yeah, we're finally here. We've been finally waiting for this day for a couple months now, to say the least. And for United fans, it's an exciting time. 3 new attacks ready to begin. We have players. Like, the season feels different, to say the least. But overall, yes, a lot of things have happened since we last chatted on Saturday. If you want to listen to that episode, you can follow it on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify, as well as previous episodes available as well. But yeah, here we are. Here we are looking at United in a different way. The talks for Baliba have increased, to say the least. No bids have gone in yet, but I know United fans are already getting the lineups going for the season, looking at, all right, we finally have our mid who we want there. We're finally looking at the pieces. Now the funds, we need to sell the funds. Well, we need to sell players to get the funds. As much as I know the news reports have come out how United have had the funds for this transfer window, there have been positives for that transfer window, with Cunha now being on the 2024-2025 finances, and Mbeumo and Sesko starting it here. So we have ability to improve the finances, especially with PSR, which kind of made a little sense on why it took the Mbeumo deal to be done took so much longer for the Mbeumo deal to be done, possibly just because of, I believe it was January 1st was the fiscal year, I believe, that ended, or the new fiscal year started. So we had that going on for us. Manchester United need to, we still have more places. The Donnarumma deal, or Donnarumma, how do I say it? The interest in Donnarumma is definitely come to a close, which I'm not surprised by, especially when you're looking at the wages and everything that's going to be there. United want to reduce the wage bill, so we have to keep an eye out for that. Just because it is important when you're, like, the goal was for Ineos to get the funds down, so we have to take a look at that. So Donnarumma looks like it's off. Højlund, AC Milan, it's in talks. Sancho has been in talks with a bunch of different clubs. Antony is trying to do what Garnacho is doing, just hold out for one club. Hopefully that United will cave and we'll just go out on a loan deal. I think I saw something earlier today saying that Garnacho needs to start accepting a trade and not try to hold out for his one team. I know his one team is Betis, and they're hoping that like he's hoping that they loan him out, and he's hoping that Man United cave to let him go to Betis, which from what we're seeing, there's a 50-50 chance we let Rashford get what he wanted to go to Barcelona, though I saw a report that registration might be an issue with him, which sounds like a regular day in Barcelona from what we've been seeing. But right now, we do need to raise more funds, get more players in. I know there's talks of Lamens that they're going with there, but Liba obviously is the key target right now. It's just a matter of what's going to happen. And now that we're getting closer and closer to the end of the transfer window, we're not too far away from, we're only a couple of weeks away from it ending. We kind of do need to rush, but we shouldn't be panicking or getting rid of our bid. Listen, Garnacho just came out and said yesterday that if you don't give me Chelsea, I won't play football for 6 to 12 months. Okay, go right ahead. Sit there, go with the reserves. Just remember, you're hurting yourself more than anything else. It's the truth. He would be. It's a World Cup year. He wants to play for Argentina. If you want to sit around there, do nothing for 12 months, you're not going to make the squad. They're going to look at someone else. The attitude has definitely been big. He's definitely changed, especially since he's had issues with this club. It wouldn't be his first, this isn't his first incident. There has been issues at the club. Let's not pretend that he's had the perfect career. He's had his issues, especially with attitude. And we're seeing it here. We're seeing it with the new manager. Amram said for him to get out. Amram and the club are sticking by that. His comments after the final, I get you're upset, but at the same time too, he did what he did. The Aston Villa shirt, it could be mixed reviews on how you view it, but he made the comment. And then yesterday, making his comment about the 6 to 12 months. You think that you're bigger than the club. You do. You really do. And I think the arrogance has finally shown who he is, the attitude. I don't know if it's his group, his friends, whoever his party around him. He looks he's upset. Or I shouldn't say upset, but they're leading him in a way where some clubs may not want him. So, for real, as much as Chelsea want to get him, he wants to play for Chelsea. They're not going to have him starting every week. He has competition who he's going to be facing. It's going to be a moment of time of what he's doing with United, he's going to do with another club. We value him at $50 million because of his talent. Chelsea value him with his talent, but know that his attitude is a problem. That's why they're willing to give 30. That's a concern right there. It is a concern with Garnacho, is his attitude. So is it worth the price? Is it worth the 30 million? Is it worth getting in trouble with all that? Who knows? Who really knows with this choice? But I don't want to make this episode about just Garnacho and the transfers. Well, I kind of have to. I shouldn't make this all about Garnacho. There are other transfers to look at here. We can also talk about Sesko because, again, this is a big week. It is week 1. The question is now, and going through a lot of people's minds, should Sesko be starting on Sunday? Especially with Højlund, who's still there, but with AC Milan going on, what do we do? I think Højlund will not be starting on Sunday. Højlund will not be playing on Sunday. for what we saw at the end of preseason, for what we've been seeing in the news. The Højlund saga looks like it's coming to an end. Sesko's has begun. Xerxes back in training, like I mentioned earlier, with Onana. So we have 2 healthy strikers plus Cheeto Obi. What is Ruben going to do? I don't know. I will talk about that on Friday's episode when I do my preview against Arsenal. It would be a little tough to try and get it done on Saturday. I would just want to make sure I give myself enough time to get everything prepped and ready to go for the match this Sunday. But the thing is, Sesko hasn't had any game time. They're trying to do simulation games for him and Onana. For what I heard, there's going to be an indoor game for him to get himself ready for Sunday. I heard that rumor, so you're going to hear that coming out. So they're going to do whatever it takes to get prepped for Sunday's match against Arsenal. But yeah, I'm happy with the Sesko sign. Like, I know I've been up and down with the Sesko signing, especially with the price tag and everything. It's at the end of the day, it's not my money that I spend, but at the end of the day, we want to make sure we have the right pieces for the club. And the attitude, everything there. He has the size, he has everything there. Plus, like I mentioned, his footwork, his hold-up play, his transition. I did like everything that I saw. So, like with him, Xerxes, like the way we watch now, and much as I know everyone talks about Xerxes being a 10 or a 9.5 or whatever, 9.5 is Xerxes' words. I would see Xerxes more as a 9 in this system because of his hold-up play and his transition. Everything that he is doing, is Xerxes doing, and what Sesko will be doing is what we want with our strikers, is what we wanted Højlund to do as a striker as well. So those two will be doing it, and Cheeto Obi will be slowly developing. And I know that there's talks of Lewin being signed to Manchester United, so you would have potentially 4 strikers, because again, Xerxes can rotate in between different positions. But this is what is looking forward to. Seeing this now, would Lewin be a good deal? Yes, as an experienced player in the Prem, has scored, can work with the young players. So you're getting that veteran that we always wanted. But the question is durability, injuries. Can we get that? Because I know I believe he's had some injury lists as well. But we'll see. We will see what happens with the club, with choices of players. But we still have plenty of time to look in, more training sessions again. Yesterday, having 2 key players back in Onana and Xerxes do make a difference. It helps us out so much. It does. Again, it's the beginning of the year. The goal is, can you maintain that health throughout the season? That's all I'm going to say there. Can we maintain it as the season goes on? And I hope we can. I really do. So just time will tell. It will. Time will tell. But it's, yeah. But again, like going to Rasmus Højlund now, I said last episode I did want him to stay. And I know a lot of fans are not happy with it. Not just me who's expressed that opinion of him staying. Some other people have as well, because it's depth. It's a key piece. We need those players there to help. Now, again, if there's something that's falling out with Ruben, who knows? But it would be nice to have him there just for an additional piece, to health, just a depth place, just to, just in case Sesko got injured or Xerxes got injured. Like, again, it would be a lot of pressure to put on Cheeto Obi, but again, having that piece there. But obviously, they're looking at other strikers, because again, we're going to need a striker if we're getting rid of Højlund. But again, the loan with the option to buy has come up. So we'll see. But right now, it's like, it doesn't sound like anybody wants Sancho. Though I heard a rumor today that, or what was it, last night, Fenerbahce is looking to give 18 million euros for him. The question is he willing to go to Jose Mourinho? It's up to him. So that's what I'm hearing. That's a rumor that I heard. Would he go there? 18 million. We're going to hear a bunch of different things. Sancho has been linked to half of Europe. He's been linked to teams in Serie A, Bundesliga. He's been linked to the Turkish league before. He has. There's one or two rumors inside the Prem. So we don't know. No one from La Liga is there, but it's, yeah. In this transfer window, those people that we're trying to move on with, they're trying to definitely enforce player power. Sancho, obviously, Rashford got his Barcelona gig, but that wasn't a purchase. It's been just a loan. We have Garnacho, who is crying for Chelsea. Rasmus Højlund doesn't want to go, which is fine. Malacia has been quiet. Who else am I missing here? And yeah, Antony wants Real Betis. So I saw reports that United are telling Antony, please just take a transfer. There's no guarantee. And Betis is trying to play a long game because I think Betis will lose that game because United are not going to give him out for another loan. They're not. Like, if anything, they'll let Sancho run out his contract. Antony will get another year of not playing because, again, it's a World Cup year, ladies and gentlemen. Antony's trying to get in Brazil. Garnacho wants to get into Argentina. So Sancho, I don't think he'll be getting into England squad. You have, especially if he's not going to be playing, Rashford will have his opportunity, obviously, with Barcelona. So he'll still be playing, and he's really playing at a high competitive league. We know Højlund will try to be there for Denmark, so he's definitely going to go off, but he's going to try and fight with Manchester United, not fight with them, but fight for his place at Manchester United. So you have two players that will want to play, but they don't. It's not about choosing which club, but it's you have two other players that want this, but not realizing what else they're going to have to do to get what they want in the next year. So patience is key in this scenario here, and that's all we can say is we need patience when it comes to these transfers. And we do need the funds, but we do need patience. So it's just a matter of waiting and seeing how it goes. But in the end, we're going to have a bid, and there's a rumor here that I've seen on Twitter. Yes, I know not trust anything on Twitter, but I do see some things here saying that the deal's done already with Chelsea, and it's 35 million. I don't know if that's true. I'm not seeing anything else on that news. So yes, there's a rumor there of Garnacho vaping, but everyone's just doing a comment here. Yeah, again, they're going to try and get that 50 million, which I hope so. I really do. I do. And yeah, like Garnacho keeps trying to think that he is a Chelsea player. That's the truth. He keeps trying to think that he's a Chelsea player. Just saw people posting, asking about vape shops, everything. I've seen him doing the tattoos, the workouts. He's trying to find his spot. He is. He's trying to get what he wants. And you know what? Let him sit on. Yeah, just let him sit there. Put him with the reserves. Put him with the under 21s. Like, let him just sit there. Let him sit there. Let him be the way he wants to. So, if that's how he wants to be remembered, let him be remembered by this way. So, we'll sell him. Hopefully get what we want. If he doesn't want to play, then you know what? Let him sit around for 6 to 12 months. Because guess what? Every other team is seeing what you're doing. It's not just Manchester United that you're seeing. It's the rest of Europe is seeing what you're doing. So it's up to him. It's up to him, realistically. My apologies on that. Yeah, it's up to him to react the way they do. So just move on, wait and see, but don't get into a war where we're going to lose out. Let's try and get as much as we can. So, yeah. All right, one final thing. The 58 have called off their protest from this weekend. Obviously, they did do a survey. I did not participate in that survey. But I saw the reports from the 58 canceling the protest, especially with the inclusion that being involved with Sir Jim. There's been reports that, or some of this, in the end, part of it was giving Sir Jim more time. It's hard to criticize them only being there for a short time. Obviously, I know in the last 12 months has not been the best, but it has gotten better this summer with obviously the signings, the funds, and then obviously the upgraded Carrington, which if you haven't seen, looks incredible. They're trying to do right things by fixing the club. They are. They are trying to do right things by fixing the club. They have a big mess to clean up. And like I said, and I talked about it not on Saturday, but I talked about it on, was it Saturday? I'm trying to think. Yes, I did. I talked, not Saturday. I talked about on the episode before. So last Thursday's episode, I talked about it. Looking at what they're going to do, what they're going to protest. Listen, in the end, like I understand what they were doing, and good for them for putting out that survey, and good for the fans for voting and giving their options, especially with Sir Jim in there, and especially realistically now it's really been their control for the last 12 months. And like it didn't start off great. And a lot of people are going to go back to the recent of Ten Hag, how everything just worked out from getting their pieces, letting Ten Hag go, letting their sporting director go, bringing in Ruben, forcing Ruben to get here now, seeing the way the season went. They made right choices, but they're also building the right thing. They're building up a young squad. They're building up the academy. They're getting pieces there. Because like Sir Jim said a year or so ago, they're not looking to buy Mbappe, but they're looking to find the next Mbappe. So it's about building and getting things right and getting an academy system, getting funds there, young players there. If only the Glazers did this a few years ago, that could be potentially there as well. So we could have been different now, especially with funds. So we will see how everything works out. But it's going to take time. It does. It's going to take time to fix 20 years. You can still protest about the Glazers, but doing the protest that would include Sir Jim, people did put that to the survey. So listen, I always support what the 58 have done. And they do good things, and I'm sure we're going to see protests this year. But there has been talks about the season seats, the prices, the hospitality, everything. There has been talks there. There has been. So, like, there are some things to protest against Sir Jim, but there are some other things as well to not protest against them. But there's a long list of things to protest against the Glazers. So the 58 still have stuff to fight for, and we'll just have to wait and see and how this all progresses. So, yeah, this was a little bit of a scattered episode of the pod, but I will be back. I'll be back Thursday. I'll also have an episode Friday, and then Sunday I'll be back after the match against Arsenal. So I'll be busy this week getting everything going. So Thursday back, just catching up. Friday will be my preview against Arsenal. I will release my starting lineup going into the Arsenal match, finalizing that. And then, maybe another episode Saturday, depending on what happens with the news. But yes, Thursday, I'll be back Thursday, Friday, new episodes, and then Sunday after the match for this week. But yes, it's an exciting week. Lots to happen. The preseason's done. Time to take things. Well, everything should have been taken seriously, but preseason's done. Time to get everything rocking for this new season. So I will see you guys Thursday. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Enjoy your week as well. This is the Red Devil. And then before we go, don't forget, like, subscribe, follow on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, and Instagram, Red Devils Corner Kick Pod, with Instagram and TikTok, and then Twitter /X RD Corner Kick Pod. So again, I will see you guys on Thursday. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. One more time, this is the Red Devils Corner Kick Podcast. Glory, glory, Man United.